The next item on our agenda is approval of reimbursement to the Friends of Lake Forest Parks and Recreation Foundation in an amount not to exceed $240,000 associated with the cancellation of the July 4th, 2022 festival and fireworks, and an additional contribution of $60,000 to support future 2022 community events. I will offer an opportunity for public comment on this matter before we approve it.
Paul Hamann, lifetime resident of Lake Forest. We had this discussion 20 years ago. It rained 2 years in a row on July 4th, the concert date. There were losses 20 years ago for those two events. As the promoter indicated, about 50% of the sales are made on the day of the event. If it rains, then there is normally a loss. The city council 20 years ago questioned, why are we in the music business? There's a big difference between spending $1,000 for a band in Market Square and spending $300,000. The music business is out of the scope of our core competence. Once a year does not make us experts at putting on expensive music events. The city might be a catalyst for these events, but not a subsidy for losses. We are not Ravinia. There are costs associated with gambling in the music business. Food purchase cannot last the whole year, where at Ravinia, they just use the food for the next concert. The city used 85 employees with a cost of about $40,000 in expenses. So yes, we already subsidized this event because we did not charge them for the city services incurred this year. If the city wants to go door to door and ask each resident for $40 for a concert that never occurred, then be my guest. Just because I like a different music genre, why am I subsidizing music I don't like? The people who bought the tickets knew the tickets were non-refundable, so why am I subsidizing music I don't like? I'm not sure why you are refunding a non-refundable ticket and sending me the bill. The city is responsible for water, garbage pickup, police, pensions, fire protection, etc., and not to be music producers or restaurateurs with food trucks. The city council has $44 million in unfunded pension liabilities or unpaid bills. So the city, over the past 20 years, has said yes to many of these money-losing gambles. These sweetheart deals stick the residents with the bill when there was no contract.
Thank you. Do we have any members of the council like to bring anything up?
I do.
Alderman Gashgarian.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you to my colleagues for recognizing the tragic events that happened on July 4th and the impact that it had on the Friends Foundation. These tragedies they're really unspeakable, and they have a ripple effect throughout many communities, and this was just one of them. And something as wonderful as a 4th of July celebration that we all tend to come together, and we're thankful and proud that we're Americans, and it's an opportunity to celebrate. And regrettably, that horror that happened south of us impacted that particular event through no fault of the Friends Foundation. So thank you for your consideration in doing it. And although some might not be aware of it, I think that the Friends Foundation has done incredible work for the city. The ones that come to mind most recently is the Friends Foundation funded the rescue boat that we have now out on Lake Michigan that's managed and supervised by the Lake Forest Fire Department, and it's an integral part of our life safety. That is what the Friends does do. The Friends Foundation has supplied 45 electric golf carts to the city at Deer Path Golf Course. The Friends Foundation was an active supporter for the new lawn project that they had funded money to completion of that project. It's a rather long list, and I don't want to bore you, but sometimes I think these things need to be stated. So some people who might not be aware of them will take note of the good work that so many of our philanthropic organizations in the city do. Consider the sailing boats that we fund to the sailing program. When I consider the tangible assets like the Stephen J. Malin Memorial Field out at Everett Park, it's really a rather long list. The Comfort Station out on the Deer Path Golf Course, the Friends Foundation funded that entire project. And indeed, the field house out at out at Town Line Park, where we have our new splash pad. So your kindness and generosity is greatly appreciated from an organization that does just that. We give back to the community. So I do want to thank you for helping them out. I haven't even gotten through the list, but I do want to acknowledge that and express heartfelt appreciation for your consideration. So thank you.
Thank you.
So I move that we approve the reimbursement to the Friends of the Lake Forest Parks and Rec Foundation in the amount not to exceed $240,000 associated with the cancellation that we canceled July 4th, 2022, the festival and the fireworks, and an additional contribution of $60,000 to support future 2022 community events that everybody in our town benefits from.
Aye.
7 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Thank you.